Hello, we are live. I hope y'all caught that wonderful introduction video, that new introduction video for Let's Vamonos Live. We're really excited to share a sneak peek of it, but we are super excited to be here. Today is, what's today? Today is April 7th, Monday, and this is Let's Vamonos Live, and I'm your host, Desiree, and we're here at the wonderful Sesh co-working space here off of 2808 Carolina Street, and we've got a wonderful guest today. And let me just kind of get on here, make sure we're live on all of the channels, and so I can say hello to y'all as y'all pop on in and chat with our wonderful guest and kidpreneur, Victoria. So let me see here, and we'll try to make sure. Oh, yep. Okay, we're live. Good. Perfect. Oh, Connie, thank you so much for joining, Connie. And Louette Bakery, thank you so much for joining. We see y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining today. We've got a lot to share before we bring on our wonderful guests. We want to share some of our community events that are happening. So this weekend, if you have a chance to go out and support a Latina-owned business, go check out Las Peras Cafe. They're having their grand opening in the East End. They're going to be launching their coffee shop, and I believe they're going to be having food there as well. So you definitely want to check it out this weekend on Saturday. Las Peras Cafe. It's one of our Latina entrepreneurs that we featured on our show, and we're excited to kind of re-feature her and talk to her about her new space, because last time we chatted with her, she didn't have the space. But as a reminder, Sesh Co-working Space also has female founders and friends every third Tuesday of the month. So opportunity for go to a free networking event and an opportunity for y'all to connect with other women, like-minded women, entrepreneurs. You don't have to be a woman to attend. You don't have to be a founder to attend. You just have to show up. So I encourage you every third Tuesday here at the Sesh Co-working Space, Female Founders and Friends event. And then also on Wednesdays, they have co-working Wednesdays. So if you have a college student, or maybe you work from home and you want to get a change of space or atmosphere and you want to come work in a wonderful creative environment, look at this backdrop. We got the this way. We are better together art back there. You can get a headshot as well if you need to get a headshot. So much here that's happening in the space, and a great opportunity for you to learn more about what's happening. But I wanted to do a little recap about what's happened this past week. So if some of y'all saw, I got to go to a wonderful event with Marshalls, and they gave me all these goodies. I got some pens, I got some stickers, I got a pass, I got, y'all, they hooked us up. I got a free, what is this thing called? A Stanley. I've never even thought about buying me one of these. I got a Stanley. I got sunglasses. So this is just a reminder, when y'all see these events happening that are free, check them out, sign up. You might think, oh, I'm not an influencer. Oh, I'm not an entrepreneur. Oh, I'm not whatever. Just sign up and go and show up, because you're missing out. I got a $50 gift card from Marshalls, y'all. Let's see who's on. Oh, I see Emily's on. Thank you so much, Emily, for joining us. She goes, I really hate that I missed that event. Emily's my hairdresser, for those that don't know. So yes, Emily, you totally missed that event. It was totally worth it. I also got this really cute planner, or not planner, but journal. So they had that. They had all this fun stuff. But let me tell you a little bit about the event briefly before we bring on our wonderful guest, Victoria's Lemonade. So the event wasn't just about getting all the free stuff. They had some wonderful guest speakers there that talked about finance, that talked about women empowerment, that talked about entrepreneurship, all of those things. And it's really right now a mission, it seems like, for Marshalls to create opportunities and spaces for women to network and join together to be able to learn more about how to grow in whatever they're doing. So some nonprofits that we're working with them is Girls Inc., which I've heard of, and you might have heard of. They're on social media. I'll share that with y'all, Girls Inc. And they've got some really good quick facts on here. So one of them is that 47% live in households earning 30% a year or less. So these are young girls. So that's, you know, that's a lot. That's a lot. 40% of households earning $30,000 a year or less. That's an interesting quick fact. Also, mentoring. We talked about mentoring there as well. Specifically, the Latina astronaut, Kat Voltage on IG. I don't know how to say her last name. I need to learn how to say her last name. But she was there and she talked about mentorship and how important it is for our community to get a mentor, and then for how important it is for our community to be mentors. So mentoring.org, that's another nonprofit. And then Savvy Ladies is a financial nonprofit where you can learn about your business or learn about financing and budgeting and saving money, because we all know we need to learn how to do that better. I know I do. One of the things that I did learn on that event, or at that event, excuse me, was everybody should have a high yield savings account, y'all. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. And I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't know that. My mom's like, oh yeah, I knew that. She knew that, and I didn't know that. So I was like, okay, everybody's supposed to have a high yield savings account. So if you're interested in any of these future events, go to Marshall's. Here's a QR code. You go to Marshall's and then go to their Good Stuff Social Club channel, and you can find out all about the future events that are going to be happening in the future. This was just by luck that I saw this. It was a sponsored ad on IG. And and Emily said, I had to work though. I know. Oh, thank you so much for joining, Rivera Twin Mom. It was so much fun. Yes, thank you, Yvonne, for joining with us. And I'm so glad you got to be there and I got to meet you. So that was awesome. And then as far as those events, though, we do try to also share those events, not just on Let's Vámonos, but also on Houston Latina Collaborative. So if you're looking to participate in more events like that, join us on our social media or on our Facebook page as well. Katia Echazareta. That's how you say her name. She is a Latina astronaut, but she's also Mexican. She's the only Mexican-born astronaut, and I got to meet an astronaut Saturday. That was the coolest thing ever. So, but to no further ado, that's all of our community events. And again, if you're not able to watch this live, no worries. You can always watch this live at your own convenience after hours or whenever we have it over. You can always watch it on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you like to watch lives at. But we're gonna bring on our wonderful guest, Victoria's Lemonade, or Victoria Zara. Come on and sit down with us, Victoria. We're super excited. Make sure we're both here in the frame and get as comfortable as we can get. And this part of the show, well, thank you so much for coming on here. I know you're a kid, so I know that means you're very busy. You've got a lot of things going on, plus you're a business owner, so you've got events and you've got things to make and all that stuff. So, but one of the things we like to do on our show is called a segment called Trending Cheeseman. So you know what Cheeseman is, right? Okay, yes, she knows what Cheeseman is. So, but this is not just like the gossip Cheeseman, right? This is the Cheeseman of what's happening in our world, in the entertainment business, in the food business, you name it, things are happening. So I know one thing that's happening that's maybe age related to you, because it was kind of hard to find trending things, was the Minecraft movie that just came out with Jack Black. So have you heard about it?
I have.
You have? Okay. Have you seen it?
Not yet.
You haven't seen it yet? Okay. Do you play Minecraft?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? Okay. What's your favorite thing about Minecraft?
Probably being able to build stuff.
Build stuff, okay. So you kind of like that idea of like growing things, building things, and that kind of stuff. Okay. Well, that's awesome. Well, we're excited to talk more about that. If y'all have any questions also for Victoria, please ask them as we go through the interview. Glam by Emily says, hi, Victoria. So she says hi. That, again, we appreciate that. And then as far as other things that are trending, Astros are playing today. Did you know that they're playing today?
No,
Do you,
I
do you
didn't.
do you watch the Astros?
Oh
Yeah, you're an Astros fan?
Mhm.
Do you have a favorite player that you like to watch or root for or
Blanco.
Blanco? Which one is he? Is he the pitcher?
Pitcher.
Oh, okay, he's a pitcher. Okay, I didn't know that. My son would be like, "How dare you? How dare you not know Blanco?" Have you gone to a game yet? Did
I
y'all go?
think Thursday.
Oh, you're gonna go on the game on Thursday?
No, we went.
Oh,
Thursday.
last Thursday.
I think so.
Oh,
I don't
that's.
remember.
Oh, was that opening day?
No, we didn't go for opening day. We went the day before the exhibition games, and then we did the day after
Oh, okay.
opening day.
That's mom over there on that side. So we'll bring her on later. But okay. So yeah, so the Astros games are going on. Obviously, U of H basketball. They're going on their championships games tonight, which is U of H is at the national championship game. We root for them. I'm not an alumni, so I can't wear the Coug gear, y'all. I don't want to get called out as a bandwagon fan. Do you are you familiar with U of H as far as the college? Have you ever been to on the campus or anything like that?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Do you watch any other sports though, or anything else for entertainment, for fun?
I just started watching like volleyball and stuff. And
Volleyball?
I started playing volleyball.
Okay, you started playing volleyball?
Mhm.
Awesome. Okay, well, we'll get more into that, but we are excited to share her product and why she's here. I do see some comments. Connie says, "Hola, Victoria," and then she also says, "Go Cougs." And so does Yvonne, and well, Yvonne said, "Yes, wear it." Okay, well, somebody's gonna have to buy me a Coug shirt because I don't have one. If they win, I'm gonna buy me one, Connie. So just so you know, but we've got some stuff right here, and we're definitely gonna talk about these wonderful juices, aguas frescas and lemonade. But Victoria, you had a really awesome anniversary that just came up. So tell us about that, and tell us a little bit about obviously Victoria's lemonade.
My 5-year anniversary, I got a new logo, and I have new sizes of my drinks, and I got 2 carts.
You got 2 carts,
Mhm.
so like serving carts for like events and stuff.
Yeah, I have like a smaller one, so I can take like indoors.
Okay.
And it's like foldable.
And 5-year anniversary of how long you've owned your business?
Yes.
Okay. So how old are you now? Because you seem really young. So 5 years. If some of y'all saw the stories that I shared, I think I met Victoria when you were like, what, I guess 7?
7.
Yeah, you were about 7. And is that when you started?
I started at 6.
You started at 6. Okay. So what made you want to start Victoria's Lemonade?
YouTube actually.
YouTube, okay.
I saw like these girls selling outside their house, and I was like, I should be like them, but like I wanted to be a little bit bigger and better, so I decided to have like a big cart.
Yeah, okay. So that's kind of how you started, with a cart
Yes.
instead of
outside my
like
house.
instead of a table.
Yeah,
Okay. And you make the lemonade yourself?
I do. My mom helps me sometimes to cut
The
the fruit.
fruits and stuff.
Yeah.
And what is one of the things? So you saw the YouTube inspiration, which is awesome. I love that. And you kind of took it and ran with it. What made you decide to keep going though? Because you've been out 5 years. That's a long time. And for a kid, we all know. I have 2 kids. I have 2 boys, and sometimes they get bored with things. They get bored with doing certain things. What made you keep going?
My parents and sometimes money. 'Cause
Money.
I like to earn.
Oh, because you're earning the money. Okay.
Yes, for things, clothes.
Clothes and extra money for so
Self-care sometimes.
okay.
Sephora.
Sephora. Okay, that's good. I like that. So you have instead of an allowance, you have your business.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. What's been oh, my mom's already asking all the questions for me here. My mom just asked, what's the best part of your business?
Probably getting to like share my business to other people so they can like share it to their friends and stuff so I can make more business.
Okay, so referrals and sharing with other people, the community, sharing with the
Yeah.
community. I know you just had an event recently. What event did you just go to? I think it's the dog one, the one that I saw in the video.
Oh,
of.
yeah. That one was good.
It was good?
Yeah,
Did you have a opportunity to see any dogs there?
I did.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Were they adoptable dogs or?
Yes, they were adoptable dogs.
Okay.
I wanted to adopt one, but we already have a big one at home.
So tell me also, what's one of the things that you look to do when as an entrepreneur? You've been doing this for a while. I've seen you at markets, I've seen you at different places, but what are your favorite places to sell your lemonade at? What are you looking for? You looking for traffic for people? Are you looking for a specific type of an event? What do you look for to share
I'd
your
say like pop-ups because they're like all over social media, so then people know
Okay.
more about them.
Okay.
So then like I guess they'll just go.
Yeah. They'll go
Yeah.
and people promote and do all that. I know you go to a lot. I've seen you at the Miradella's events and to the navigation and all of that. So that's a lot of fun. But do you have any events that you try to stay away from? Like you're like, I don't want to go there.
Mm, probably indoor events.
Indoor events, okay. This is very insightful, and I'm glad because kids will tell you the truth. They will tell you the truth, right? So tell us, and I appreciate your honesty. Tell us a little bit about what indoor events. Indoor events, they do have a little bit of I guess, a downside, you could say.
Yeah.
What's the downside?
Probably since like people like to buy drinks when it's more hot outside, and I guess they're inside in the AC and they're there for a different reason.
Yeah. So you know your market. You know who you're marketing to. That's good. That's really important because you got to learn who your audience is. Because if you don't know who your audience is, then you could be at a lot of indoor markets making no money. What has been one of your favorite things about doing this business? What do you like the most, other than obviously gaining the funds from it? Oh, are you saving? Oh, you okay? She's asking. My mom's asking questions here. You're distracting her. Let her answer my question.
Okay.
So, what is one of the best things that you like about running the business?
Probably that I get to save up money to like donate to other people.
Okay.
I donate to a diner in Mexico as well, and I like to help out for other people.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's awesome. So it's like so you hope maybe you have a nonprofit or something you can help other people, but you just donate just to help them with their business or
Yeah,
for their business.
and to like make food and stuff.
Oh, okay, for the supplies and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Okay, I like that. I like that. My mom had a question already. She shared it with us.
But she said she liked to shop before. But
Well, yeah.
But are you also thinking about your future?
Are you saving money for college? This is like a really like intense question. So one, are you thinking about going to college?
Oh, I am.
Oh, you are. Okay, perfect. And okay, so with going to college, are you hoping to save money for college as well?
I don't know. I've never really thought about it.
Okay.
But like, I'm thinking about going to college.
You're thinking about going to college?
Yes.
Any goals specific, like you want to get into business, you want to get into entrepreneurship, or are you looking to do something else?
I would say dermatology.
Oh, dermatology. Okay. You want to look at people's teeth? Oh, no, not teeth, skin.
Yeah.
Skin. Okay.
She loves doing facials.
Oh,
and skincare.
okay. Interesting. So like what are those the estheticians?
Yes.
Like doing estheticians
Esthetician.
type work? Okay.
That's awesome.
Dermatology though is like I think the doctor side of it. It's like the
Oh,
you can
yeah.
get a prescription medication and stuff like that. Well, that's so interesting. I would have never thought that about you wanting to do facials or skincare. What made you interested in doing that?
I'm like a very creative person, and I've always wanted to like do nails and hair.
Yeah.
And I guess I just like doing more facials and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a good idea.
So do you do facials on yourself?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you do them with your mom?
I did it on my grandma last night.
Oh, I love it. She said she did it with gave her grandma a facial last night. Yes, even abuelitas need some self-care as well, right? I love that. Okay. Well, as far as your business, you've been doing this for 5 years now. I'll pull this one out here. This I think is my favorite, but I think they're both my favorite because I've had both of them, y'all. This is the cucumber.
The cucumber limeade with chia seeds.
Cucumber limeade, and it's so good, y'all. where can we try some of this? Like if we wanted to, or we wanted to buy some, where can we buy some?
You can contact my mom online, like on Instagram, or sometimes if you see like a pop-up market on Instagram or social media.
So follow you on social media,
Yes,
which
Victoria's Lemonade.
which is Victoria's Lemonade. So where you can see where she pops up at. You sell these, and now you're selling these bigger containers. I know a while back y'all were really y'all been working really hard. This is the other flavor. This is a strawberry
Hibiscus with strawberry.
hibiscus with strawberry. They're both really good at. They're so good. I'm gonna definitely get some before I leave. I know at one point in time y'all were working on trying to see if we could get it in HEB or in other retail shops. Are y'all still trying to do that?
We are, because we need to get our drinks bottled, and we need to find people to like make the QR code, and we're doing the competition for HEB to see if we can still do that.
Okay. So I guess an ask from the community is you need somebody to help you with what?
Bottle and QR code our drinks.
Not a QR code. She needs a barcode.
Oh, a barcode.
Yes, an itemized barcode register.
Okay.
In order for her, in case she wins anything, like to go to a grocery store, she's gotta have a barcode. And also like recipe wise, like we gotta get
the ingredients.
Formula. Yes.
The ingredients in the formula.
And that just right there per flavor costs like anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000.
Okay. So if y'all didn't hear this, one of your goals, Victoria, is to get into the HEB contest. You need a barcode. She needs a barcode, and she needs some other services, which could cost anywhere between $8,000 to $10,000. So fundraising, y'all are taking any types of monetary donations? Are y'all working on that?
I don't think so yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
But would you take, if I say, hey, I'm going to give you, say, $500, you take that? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that would be an ask for the community. We would love for y'all to help out Victoria if y'all can. That I know she's been working on this for a while. This isn't something that just happened. It's her and her family have been working on reaching this goal. So if you win, then you need to be prepared, right? You need to be prepared. Well, I do hope you win. We definitely also have Victoria's mother here, which is Daisy, which we're going to bring on. So Daisy, you want to come and slide in on the chair and join us, and we'll talk a little bit about what it's like to have a daughter as an entrepreneur. Let's see if we can get us in here. Thank you. There we go. Perfect. Hold on. Let me get this. Sorry, guys. We're on DIY mode today. So thank you so much, Daisy, for joining with us on here.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yes.
We've been excited. We've been waiting a long time for this.
Yes. It's been a long time. But you know what? I think, there's always the purpose, and there's always a good storytelling moment. So when I was looking through those pictures of you when I first met you, I felt a little nostalgic because I was like, oh my goodness, you're like a little one, and now you're growing up. You're a young lady into a young lady. So I was like, okay, it's time, right? It's time to tell the story. Obviously, I've chatted with you many times, Daisy. So what is it like to work? Do you work for her? Do you work with her? Because we know the mother-daughter dynamic here as well with what I do. So are you
right here?
Are you the momager?
I'm the momager.
Okay.
But I always tell people I work for her because she's the one with the product, with her name brand.
Yeah.
It was her business idea.
Yeah.
So, I just came in to support and help and continue growing her business.
Yeah.
I think it took me like a little over a year to decide, because her customers were asking, like, where can we follow her? I'm like, what do you mean, like, follow her? Like, when is the next event? I'm like, I don't know. Like, if I book one, I get the one.
That one,
but,
yeah.
Like, I was not ready for social media. I was not ready for, so much demand from the customers. Like, when is the next pop-up? When is the next market? When can we buy her product. The gallon idea came from a customer. You guys live in Baytown, right?
Yeah, we live in Baytown.
So we live in Pearland, and
Okay.
we had this customer that she's like, hey, I want something bigger.
Yeah.
I just want to take it home and share with my husband and my mother-in-law and my daughter. Do you guys sell anything bigger, like, pitcher size?
Yeah.
And she's the one that gave us the idea of, hey, what about if I bring my gallon and then you just sell me a gallon? I'm like, let me figure it out. And then
Yeah.
she started driving from Baytown to Pearland.
See? So see, it's not just me.
No, like,
Oh,
and
wow,
that just
that's
like literally
amazing.
blew my mind. Like,
Yeah.
is she really just driving? And I keep asking her. I said, "Do you have family members in that area, or like, are you coming this way to do something?" She's like,
Yeah.
"No, no, no, just to go pick up the gallons." And I'm like, "Wow,
Wow,
like yes."
I love that. That's awesome story, and that's it makes me feel good because Baytown people know what's up. We know good
I know.
aguas frescas. We know good drinks when we have them. We don't have a lot of that in Baytown, so we're
I-
always trying to get more of that, more people to create businesses out there. We're working on it, but it's good to know. But so, what is it like working as an entrepreneur as a kid? Do you feel like you've learned some things about the process of business? Do you feel like or are you still learning, or you still want to know more?
I'd say I'm still learning, obviously, because I'm still a kid, and all my friends are like, "Are you still doing your lemonade business? Let me buy you some drink."
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Yeah. Do you ever sell any at school? Like, do you ever sneak any in your backpack and like try to like sell them to the kids at school?
No.
No. Okay. You
She
just
gives it away.
she gives it away.
She gives it away.
Oh.
Because they're always asking, like, bring me the red one. Can you make me the green one for my birthday?
You know what? You're a great salesperson because that's always the way to get them. Give them some free stuff, and then they'll come
Yes.
back wanting more. And then they'll pay you, right? They'll pay you for that. I love that. So you help her, and I know you're busy on the weekends with her on the pop-ups and stuff.
Mhm.
Do you work full time too?
Yes, I work for the district. Yes.
So that's crazy, right? Because
Mhm.
you are, as kids, we have to rely on our parents, obviously. Even now, I still rely on my mom to do things. And
We have this family story that I always tell everybody. It doesn't follow me, but it's my mom. She had a restaurant for 19 years.
oh, okay.
She was my last baby that we planned to have in the family. And she says, okay, I think I'm ready to retire. I think I'm just going to sell the restaurant. And she transferred the restaurant to one of my cousins. And she's like, I think I'm ready to spend time with my grandbabies. Like,
Oh,
no
okay.
more work. And, she was always tied to the restaurant.
Right.
So now she's like, funny story. Now I work for them, for my son and for Victoria.
Yeah.
So this is what she does with the grandkids. She's always telling me
Yeah,
like,
because I have seen your.
this
your
is
mom
not what I planned for retirement. Now I work for them instead of them
working.
helping me at the restaurant.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean,
That's
it happened.
I love that. I do see another audience member, just because Cactus. Thank you so much, Nidia, for joining us. Not Is that Nidia?
It's Nidia.
Nidia.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like,
Hola,
making sure.
Nidia.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions for any of those that are watching, if y'all have any questions, shoot us a question and I'll get to it, and we'll ask Victoria, or we can ask Daisy as well. But yeah, this interview has been a long time coming. You're my first kidpreneur on the show, so
Yay.
congratulations. Yeah. We've got this new space now, which we did a tour with Victoria and
I
her
love
mom,
it.
and we love it as well, and we're very excited to be here. But is there anything that you would like to share with anybody out there about what it's like to run a business? Do you recommend it? Would you, if you told your younger self, which is not, just a few years ago, 5 years ago, like, hey, one day I'm gonna be aguas frescas business that's been on, I think you were on Telemundo, weren't you on Telemundo?
Univision
On
for
Univision.
Despierta America.
Yeah, you're on Univision. You got to do all these wonderful things. Did you ever think any of those things were going to happen?
I did not.
So, but would you
And
tell?
I would recommend to do this.
And yeah.
For other kids to do it, because it's practice for like what's coming in life.
Okay. And what is that? What do you mean by that? When it's practice for what's coming?
Probably like money wise, because
Okay.
like when you get a job, when you pay rent and stuff, helps.
Yeah.
At least a little bit.
And you're learning how to like run things,
Yeah.
organize, scheduling, what else? Booking.
Because now we got monthly bills that we paid because we had to move to a bigger warehouse unit or storage unit. And we talked about it, and I guess she was ready. We were ready, and she moved to a bigger space. So now we got monthly payments that she's got to make from her money.
Yeah. So responsibilities now to keep your business growing.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. Let me see if there's any questions. Oh, she said, "Hola, ladies." Nidia, she said, "Hola. Thank you so much for joining." Yeah, I'm so glad to be able to support y'all. Do you have any new future bookings coming up, or any new events that coming up that you're gonna be at?
Easter events. I will be posting on her social media, but I think she's got a couple Easter events coming up soon.
Easter events. All right.
What's the hardest part of doing this?
Oh, okay. What's the hardest part, Victoria?
Probably trying to balance with like school and my volleyball that I just started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're in 6th grade or 7th grade?
6. I'm about to go to junior high.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're gonna be doing volleyball. You like volleyball? You've been doing that. That's awesome. And are you? What's your position in volleyball? Do you have a position?
Well, we rotate. So.
You rotate. Okay. I know they have like setters and all these different positions. I have family members that've been in volleyball that do all that stuff as well. So I know a little bit about that. Well, do you ever have to also do homework first, or you do business first?
I try to do my homework in my free time at school. So, but if I don't get it done, I obviously do it before.
Yeah. And what about you, Daisy? What's the hardest part for you?
I'm gonna give the two answers. First, for her, I will say, because we struggle a little bit to balance, like she said, but I think so far she's already like got the idea of you gotta commit to your business because you already booked this event, or it was like a birthday party that she's missing out, a skating ring time that she's missing out whenever we're having a market.
So like kids stuff.
Yes.
Or stuff with your friends. Yeah.
So now we always
Yeah.
So now we always gotta make it up like during the week, like, hey, invite your friend, the one that you missed the party to, invite her over. We can maybe do a movie, or we go shopping.
Yeah.
She loves shopping at Sephora and Ulta.
So what is the things you like to do as a kid right now? What are some things that you like to do? Fun things.
Probably go to the mall or go to the park with my friends to practice volleyball and stuff.
Okay. So yeah, I didn't even think about that, right? I mean, as adults, we have to do that balance of where we get when we're committed to things, but as a kid, she's really understanding now some of those.
At first it was hard because like I would have to talk to her and explain, like, like you mentioned Miradela events. She's very organized, and she's very like on the promoting time wise. Like we start months in advance with the prepping. We gotta buy her permits, and she's gotta pay the vendor's fee. And then we get a party invitation like a few days before, and she's like, "Do I work this Saturday?" I'm like, "Yes, baby, you work this Saturday." Not another party that I'm gonna miss. So we eventually learn. It took me a while because it's hard as a mom to see her like missing her friends' birthday parties and stuff.
You're gonna have to amp it up a little bit so you can hire somebody. So you can hire somebody to fill
whenever
in.
she's got personal.
Yeah, but you got personal things. Yeah, because I get it. That's important too. Being a kid and being with your friends, that's important.
And experiencing the togetherness of her community.
Yeah, experiencing that time with your
with your friends. Maybe one time you say, "I'm going to this." Okay.
Yeah, or maybe you need to tell your friends, "Hey, these are the events that I go to. These are the things I do."
Pick the weekends that I'm off.
Can you pick a weekend I'm not working? I'll try to make sure I don't book anything. I love that. Yeah, I love that. But no, that's something I hadn't really thought about as a kid. We think that kids don't
'Cause-
have to any. They have responsibilities, but then when you add the business side to it, there then those
And
are.
usually the markets are always like during the party time. Like
Of course.
markets are like 10 to 2,
Yeah,
10
that's
to
always
3.
how it is,
I
right?
know.
That's how it works, right?
She's like, do you
Whenever-
think I can make it for a little bit? I'm like, no, it's right at the time frame, same time. But we learn to work things out, and
Yeah.
like invite your friend over, or, I'll make it out for her whenever she misses stuff. And she, like I said, she likes to donate a lot of her money to different parts, Venezuela, Dominican Republic,
Okay.
Mexico, but also she saves her money, but she likes to spend it on traveling. She likes to travel,
okay.
and
I like that.
but she picks expensive vacations.
That's okay. That's okay. If you have the money to do it, that's good. It's setting some goals. So are those some goals for your business that you keep up with to go traveling, to do that? What are some other goals that you have for your business?
I don't know.
Anything in particular? I know y'all are working on the HEB stuff, but is there anything else that you would like to see your business, reach a goal as far as maybe sales or bottles that you've sold? How many bottles have you sold? Do you know how many bottles you've sold? No?
I haven't kept track.
You haven't kept track yet? Okay, well, maybe that can be a goal to add to your list. Figure out how many bottles you're selling in the future. But yeah, as far as the goals for your business, do you think that you'll continue to do this out when you're in high school? You think that it'll still be around, Victoria's Lemonade, or maybe it'll be running itself by then? You think so?
Probably.
Probably.
Because obviously I want to do dermatology and I want to probably practice on that.
And focus on that.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, a lot of us entrepreneurs have side hustles and other businesses, so that's understandable. You have your career, and then you can have a side hustle, or you could always hand it down to another. Possibly you could sell your business. People do that all the time too. That's a possibility. But in the meantime, since she's not selling just yet, we definitely want to partake. We do have a question. Oh, Deborah's on. She says, "My amigas," and then Nidia has a question. Victoria, share with us 3 things that you love about being an entrepreneur. Okay, and let me see. Somebody else made a comment here. I don't know what this is. Oh,
Are you on Facebook?
oh, okay. I can't find it. Okay, go ahead. Share three things that you love about being an entrepreneur.
Probably being like different to my friends because they're like, oh, it's cool, you get to make all that money. Yeah. I don't know, 2 other things.
Her favorite one when she
Okay.
first started.
Okay.
Meeting a lot of influencers and celebrities and famous people.
Yeah.
That was her thing at the beginning. Like she would get so excited, like meeting baseball players, and now they're her customers, and meeting influencers and celebrities. That was just like she will go and tell the whole entire family.
Yeah,
I'm
of course.
influencer.
I would
I'm
brag
influencer.
too. Hey, if you can meet them, why not? I love that. Okay, that's another one. That's a good one. Anything else?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
At the moment, okay. Let me see. We got some other questions here. Oh, Deborah says, our Victoria is growing up. I know. I know. We remember.
Is that Debbie from Bougie and
Yeah,
Bliss?
Bougie Bliss. Debbie. Yeah. So, I like what you said though about being different. Your friends, they're like, oh, okay, you got your own money. I like that. Do you have your own bank accounts? Do you have those types of things as well, or is it all just going to mom and dad's account?
No, I do have my own bank account.
Good.
So we go every once in a while to go check how much I have and to go sometimes take out for shopping.
Yeah, you have your own business account. Perfect. That's good. That's awesome. Do you have a business plan as well? Do you have a business plan? Do you know? No, not yet. Okay. Well, that can be a goal. Add it to get a business plan, and those are to kind of figure out what the next strategy or to leverage your business to make it grow bigger and better. Obviously, if you want to, this could pay for your college. one day. It really could, honestly, if you keep going, which I think you probably will for a little bit longer. But it definitely could. If it doesn't pay for college, at least pay for food and gas. That's really important too.
If everything is so expensive right now, it
Yes.
should pay for something.
Yes, everything is expensive. Well, I don't see any more questions, but if you have any more questions, get them right in really quickly because we don't have much time. We do have a game to go watch. Oh, wait, we do have another question on Facebook. I was trying to find it. What do your friends think about you having a business? Are they inspired to start one too? Okay, thank you, Lizette, from on Facebook for sharing that. So have anybody been inspired to start something similar or do their own thing?
Some of my friends have. We have this little neighbor. She's 7 years old. She sells bracelets, shells that she finds at the beach, outside the house. And she always invites me. She's like, "Show me how you make your business, how you get customers."
How you get customers?
That's
Oh,
our cutest little neighbor.
I
She
love
puts out
that.
like a whole sign and stuff. It's cute.
Yeah.
Even
Y'all can collaborate. Buy some jewelry, buy some lemonade, something.
Even with my grandson started selling crack charms.
Oh, okay.
Because he will say, I want to do like Victoria. I want to make money like Victoria. And then I want to sell with Victoria. And
Yeah.
everything Victoria, everything she
Yeah.
does, he wants to do just like her.
I love that. Well, that's great. They're inspiring those.
He tried the lemonade thing, but I guess it wasn't his thing, so he started selling crack charms.
Something different.
Oh, kid market event. Have you ever been to a kid market? Do they have any kid markets or I
At
know
the beginning, there was this lady that we did a kid market, and then I could never find the lady again, but that was my thing. I wanted to put one together, and I see how stressful they are. I was like,
it's a lot of work.
They are.
Events are a lot of work.
A couple years ago, I was actually trying to host one, but I guess it just didn't work out
Yeah.
because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I know. I even talked to Ronnie about it. I said, hey, your place will be the place to do it.
Yeah.
And you know some kidpreneurs. We know some kidpreneurs. And
Yeah.
oh, but
A good goal.
It might be
Yes.
a future goal, or maybe it's maybe to collaborate with some of those event organizers out there in Houston, like saying, hey, how can we do this? How can we bring more awareness to kids that are trying to start businesses? Because it's important, and I think it's also, some kids like sports, some like other, like I said, beauty or other things. But then there's entrepreneurship, and that's can open up anything for yourself. You don't have to sell lemonade; you can sell anything. And I think once you start learning about that, once you've learned about this, you're going to learn about how to sell, your facials and all your other business services that you'll have in the
I've actually
future.
started thinking about that because I've
Yeah.
seen people like reselling tons of things like that. I was like, oh, that's cool, and it
Like
seems
products and stuff like
yeah,
that.
like products and like they review them, sell them.
Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to ask you is social media. So Victoria's pretty young. She's on. Are you on social media? Do you get a chance to, or is it monitored by mom? How does that work?
I manage. That's why you don't see a whole lot of posting. That's me failing. I might get fired pretty soon, but yes,
No.
I run the social media, but she likes to respond and reply to most of her comments. I'm like, hey, so and so sending you, like a hello, Victoria, how you been?
Yeah.
And then she likes to respond back to. You might hear an audio message from her, a text message from her.
Yeah.
But she's always like, she already knows what comes in, and she responds back to most of her customers and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Nidia said she needs to get with Thea Connie to make that plan. We're talking about the business plan.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
She's role modeling.
Oh yeah. You're definitely a great role model for future kidpreneurs and entrepreneurs. Yeah. And I think, even adults, some of us adults, we get scared to start things and do things. And then we see a kid doing it and we're like, well, this kid can do it. What am I doing over here? Just do it, right?
Sometimes when I go to speak, I've talked to several adults and they're like, oh my God, you really like inspired me to start speaking because they get afraid of like crowds and stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So you're just talking about your journey, about what you do. Yeah. That's awesome.
That's speaking engagements, huh?
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, We are so honored to have you finally, and we're so excited to see where you're gonna go. And I'm very excited to drink some of this. It's gonna be so good, and I'm gonna have to find out who that Baytown person is because I'm gonna be like, oh yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
bring me some.
yeah. We're trying to get some Baytown stuff. Maybe we can find a taqueria. Maybe you can start putting some of your drinks in a taqueria somewhere in there, and they don't have to go all the way to Pearland.
She got invited to collaborate. We haven't done it yet, but
Okay.
it's coming. That's one of the
Breaking news.
summer,
Breaking news?
yes,
Okay.
summer projects that she's got coming up soon. This ice cream shop
Oh, okay.
in Webster, they just opened their third location in, I think he's got Spring Branch, Webster, and he opened the third location in Pearland.
Okay.
And that's where she got invited to go meet Bun B.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
So he invited Victoria to collaborate with him on an ice cream flavor. So we're working on that.
Oh, awesome. That's exciting.
I know.
Well, let us know so we
I
can
sure
tell
will.
everybody so we can go and try it because I'm definitely going to want to try it. Deborah says yes, 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 yes on all the things. We appreciate it. I appreciate all of y'all, amigas out there, for joining with us here on this live. Again, especially we're excited to start a new month and share where we can support these entrepreneurs. You are a Latina founder, so that's really awesome. But where again can we find you, and where can we purchase, and what else do we need to know? I don't know. What else? You tell me.
Follow me on Victoria's Lemonade and find out. And for markets, pop-ups, anything.
Okay. On IG. Are you on Facebook too?
No,
No, just on IG.
Mhm.
Okay. Just on IG. All right. Well, any last words of wisdom? I'll let you have the last say. Anything you want to share, or any favorite quotes that you have, or anything that you would like to just kind of share about anything?
Probably to like trust the process because people quit because they're like, I don't think I can do this,
Mhm.
and that, and that. I'm like, just try.
Yeah, I like that. Trust the process, y'all, from the mouth of babes. Because that's so many of us, we're over here like waiting for the results to come in, and you got to just let go and trust the process.
I don't know if you remember, like when she started, she used all her savings. Because before the lemonade, she had another business.
Oh,
She
okay.
had a bracelet business.
Okay.
You know those little
The
beads?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That's what she was making. And we're like, no, Victoria, you're going to run out of your whole entire savings. She's like, no, that's what I want to do. I said, but at least save some and then use the other half, and then we can start from a table. Like she told you at the beginning. No, she wanted to be different
She wanted to have a
from
cart.
day one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, no, I don't want the table because everybody does a table and stuff like that. So she used all her savings towards it. And we're like, my husband will say, that card is going to cost a lot of money and it's just going to be collecting dust. And she says, no, it's going to be making money. I will make money and I'm going to sell a lot of lemonade. And everything just came along. And
you have. So, yeah, so you trust the process, right? That's what you did. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to see what the next few years look like for you. I hope you win that HUB opportunity, and let us know again how we can help and support through that
Thank
when
you.
that opportunity if that opportunity comes up for us to continue to support y'all. We got to, I know they do voting and all kinds of fun stuff like that. But thank you so much also, Daisy, for being on here and sharing your daughter to be able to speak to us here in the community. Thank you for those that joined with us. We're going to sign off, but we appreciate it. And again, you can see this live every Monday. We go live every Monday at 6:30 here at Seshco Working Space, 2808 Carolina Street. And this is an opportunity for you to come out and support this space for women-owned business, and also an opportunity to come and co-work and get some creativity and all those things. So come check it out. They have a wonderful space. Come take a tour. It's free. Or you can come on the show and you can take a tour like we did earlier. But we appreciate all y'all out there. But we got to go. So let's vámonos.
Bye. Thank you for having us.
Oh, we got one more question. Oh, no. Oh, no, that was it.